Welcome back. It is day 221 of a road to 2200. We're at 2040. We found a drunken knight. Hopefully they play like they're drunk, because that'd be pretty cool. Likely won't happen, but you never know. We can wish, and we can dream, and we can hope. But it looks like we've got a two knights attack, and they're playing Queen E2, so we're going to be taking, queen takes, knight here, knight here. They're probably going to try and sack their queen with like jumping the knight in, blah, 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 blah. You already know how it goes. I'm sure you guys have seen this very common trap. Oh no, my queen. And then you get checkmated, so you have to play e6. And now after the queen moves, we're going to play b5, hanging this pawn. And then I need to remember whether it's queen c7 or queen b6. See, I'm very, like, I know the lines here, but I forget. So they can take. I guess there is no queen b6, so maybe that's a little bit different. I probably should have considered that. But anyways, if they take the pawn, we're going to go queen c7. And then on this, I believe we just play a6. And then if they go back, what is the move? Then we just pin them. So they can't actually take the pawn. But now there's this. They're going to take, and I'm going to play a6. And now they're just losing. Here, bishop d7. And the knight will be gone. Or at least it should be. I guess you can maybe play this move, but then there's knight here. So let's go ahead and do this. We should be completely winning here. We could be wrong, but I'm quite sure that this is completely winning, unless I mess up like one move. That's all it takes, is just messing up one singular move. So we got to be careful, because this is prep. Like, I know that taking this pawn is bad. I know that for a fact, but I've messed it up very many times. So see what my opponent does. I mean, they've got this move. They can protect this way. But I think the only problem that's going to arise is that I can play like knight d5. But then is there maybe some c4? It's interesting. So queen f3, knight d5, c4. If I take, they take. I would take. So boom, boom, boom. Oh, they just protect the bishop. Okay, so they're going to give me the bishop. Or the knight. Okay, beautiful. I don't really think that this was a great move. I think they should have protected the knight and then played for c4. I think that was the only chance that they had there. And, oh, okay. I thought they hung the queen for a second, but no, that's not hanging the queen, but it just destroys their pawn structure. Ooh, actually, wait, that's tricky. That's actually very tricky. Wow. I could play here, and then if they go c4, I can then take, and if they take here, I can save the bishop. Knight here, if they take, I just take. But then they're going to go here. But then I have... Okay, wait. So, knight d5, if takes, c4... No, we don't have that. I mean, I can just play rook c8, I guess. We probably just have to play rook c8. Now, if they take, I just take back, and it's all protected. I was just trying to maybe get something a little bit better, but we needed to get out of that pin. If I took, they were going to take the rook with check, so that would be no bueno. But now we're just up a piece for a pawn, is what it appears. And we're threatening to damage their pawn structure, so they should probably take. They do have a 3-on-1, which is quite scary. Quite scary indeed. If they play bishop here, I'm wondering if I take. No, bishop here, we probably just play bishop e7. Play it safe. And of course, they capture. We're just happy with that. And yes, it looks like the queen is hanging, but there's a pin. In case anybody's wondering why I didn't take the free queen. I'm sure that you guys are able to see that there's a pin, but you never know. It's easy to miss things. So it takes... I don't think they're going to trade into an endgame. But they do. Now they're going to go here, probably. Yeah. Okay. So if I play this, there is them just pushing. I should probably just develop my pieces and try to cast... Well, I could play bishop d6, king e7. Could be an idea. Maybe push the pawn. Still very possible to mess this up. I could also put the bishop on c5. I've got a feeling like they want to put the bishop here, though. So this could be an issue, but... So I'm going to play bishop e7, just because I think they want to put the bishop on this square. And yeah, now we're going to castle, and it's a position. It's not the best position, but it's not the worst. And I think I'm going to try and undermine these pawns. Am I scared of this? No. So I'm going to push. They might... If they go here, that creates a backwards pawn, which I'll immediately target with rook b8, and then they have to protect like this. I don't think that's their best choice. Push? Or they can't do this, so push. I mean, I can also target this square. If I get trades, I'd be happy. If I go here and take, I don't know. I don't know about that. I think going rook b8 makes sense, because now on this, I'm threatening to just straight up win a pawn, and there wouldn't be any back rank because of bishop f8, but I would have to be careful. No. Jump in here. I want to put the knight on c3. If possible, pushing is probably a move now. But I can also put my bishop on this square as well. If they try to protect, maybe. Okay, yeah, they do. I can even play here. Then they go here. Okay, here, there's tactics, right? With this, no. I was thinking maybe some sacrifice. Probably won't work, though. Here they just push. No, they don't. I can take that. Okay, if they go here, I mean, destabilizing this. Push, we just take. And if rook here... Bound chicka wow. Kinda have to come back, don't I? Here, push. Take. Let's come knight back. If they go here, I'll take with the rook. Rook takes, and then knight takes, attacks the bishop. If takes, we can just take the rook. Rook takes, and then capture or something, attacking their weak pawns. I should make a luft for my pieces. This is now a threat. Oh, that's actually annoying. I probably have to move the rook now, and then they can push or capture. I could even go here, so if they push, I can at least take. Let's just get out of the pin. Taking, I still don't think is really that great. It's just weakening of both of these pawns. We should be able to pick them off, even though they have a lot of material, or a lot of pawns over there. Shouldn't be able to get through, I wouldn't think. And I mean, takes, we just, yeah, perfectly fine. They don't want the knight to go here. I understand that completely. I think I'm going to create a weakness of my own, to be honest. And if they capture, whatever. They push. Now knight back. How do you protect the pawn? Like this, and then maybe we play here, or I can even H6 takes, knight takes, bishop takes here. This pawn's weak. Okay, so I think I should be able to go here. Now they're going to play this. And then they're just going to lock everything down. Shoot. Okay. I got to lock in. They've locked this down. You got to kind of protect it this way, I think. This is a huge weakness in my position now. And time is equal. We have a slight advantage. I don't like what I did with the position. I created a weakness and let them lock in my king. Although this is a huge, huge, huge weakness. But they can protect it by moving the king and putting the rook over here, and I don't know how I can attack this again. That's my only issue. This is also a target, but I don't want them to start pushing their pawns and such. They're using time to think here, which is great, because I know my next move. Oh, what? So they're just letting me win this pawn? Oh, my opponent just resigns. Why did they resign? What? Okay, we played with an 88.5. Opponent played with an 86. We had a slight advantage the entire game because my opponent I got them with my opening prep. But at the end, they were actually better until that last move. So let's take a look at this game. I think it was actually a pretty solid game. It shows why you should have some opening prep in moves that are bad, not just mainline stuff. You should know the common mistakes. Here, I know b5, and then taking is a blunder because of everything that we played. Now, I was looking at this, and I was kind of wondering what I could do. We just play rook c8 because there's still a pin. Now, in the game, I was calculating something like knight here, and then c4, okay? And we have to play knight b6. Ah, okay. I was looking at something like this, but there's bishop. Yeah, right. Duh. And then they're the ones up material. So my calculation was kind of wrong there, but they didn't do that. And then they found this really nice move here. If you take, you lose the rook in the corner. So you don't want to do that. And then they traded into this endgame, which I didn't really think they should do, but we found kind of the right ideas here. Knight back, pinned, then we went here. Created a weakness, which I didn't love. Yeah, I don't think h6 was good. What should we play rather? King f8. Okay. Then we reroute the knight to go to this square, and they have b4. And if I take, they just cement the bishop in. Okay, but what about going here? b5. And now these pawns, they're just two passed pawns like this. Actually, the rook is just trapped. The rook is just trapped. You have to go into something like, wait, what? Wait, what? Oh. Is it push? Yeah. And then you can't stop the pawn. But they go here, and they're... yeah, they're just losing this pawn. And now we're up 2 pawns. I still don't understand why they would resign. Maybe they were truly drunk. Who knows? But yeah, we're going to wrap it up there. Nice solid win. And if you enjoyed the video, drop a like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you tomorrow.